Yeah, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's really good in the hood? It is New Year's Eve. Yeah, it is. Happy New Year's Eve. Yeah, 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 yeah. 2026 is tomorrow. Some of us ain't think we were gonna make it, did we? Boy, that is. It's been a year here. It's been a year here. Come on in, come on in. Make yourself comfortable. We're gonna have some fun today. Yes, Lord. We gonna have some fun. I'm excited for this live right here. I am. I'm in here for a good time. I don't know what you in here for. I'm in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm excited about this live right here. Yes, yes. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Theo, why? What's going on? I tell them. I was watching this young brother wear glasses, got an afro. He did a video last night talking about T'Challa versus Eric. Talked about, T'Challa ain't never beat Eric without interference and everything like that. I ain't gonna lie, I got triggered. I think folks need to own that. Folks need to own when they get triggered. Like, if somebody say something trigger, you say it. I'm triggered. Ain't no shame in that. Own it. Hey, I don't like that. I don't like that. Anyway, I got triggered. And I'm sitting up here like, first of all, I want to thank y'all for putting up. Let me do that. I see we got now tell them up in here and everything like that because I just low key we fixing to go to church. I feel like I just need to let us know that right now. We fixing to go to church. We are, because the pastor do tell you to read it for yourself. Now, the reason why the pastor tells you to read it for yourself is because you never know what somebody telling you and why they telling you. Now, if we're Black Panther fans, I think we are, and we went to go see one or two movies, right? Hey, safe space. Safe space, safe space, safe space. But if you went to go see one or two Black Panther movies, you got to be honest with yourself and say, folks like that dude Eric Killmonger, don't they? And you got to be honest, yeah. And you got to be honest. If you a man and you want to get yourself in shape, you looking at the dude that they got to play Eric Killmonger, and you still waiting on this dude to send you his personal workout program. I want to say special shout out to Aaron Pierre. You put yours right there in Men's Health. We've been trying to get Michael Jordan to get us in Black Panther shape, Killmonger shape since both movies. He ain't worked with us. Anyway, so that's the point. I see Big Ruben in here, not telling me here. Yeah, I need to answer to this. Man, you know that? Yeah. So you see stuff. You experience stuff. We don't need to act like folks don't like Michael B. Jordan. And we don't need to act like folks don't like his portrayal of Eric Killmonger. We don't need to act like that. We don't. And whether you agree with his, how can I put this? Whether you agree with the way he portrayed the character, that's up to you. But he did his thing now. He moved me. Hey, auntie, I thought that was funny as hell. Folks say Ryan gave him all the best lines. I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did. All I know is when he said, I'll take you too, Uncle. He got Zooty up out of there too. Michael B. Jordan had some of the best lines in that damn movie. He did. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if it was the way he said it. I don't know if it was the way it was written, but he handled his business. When he said, nah, I just rather pass away right here. Like my ancestors just don't. I said, oh, that's what we touched me. I ain't gonna touch me. Touch me. That's not what we're here for, though. I'm just saying, I understand why folks like that character. That's all I'm saying. I understand the preoccupation with Eric Killmonger. Shout out Plant Poppy. This is some great coffee. Any Batman fans here? Batman? Batman? Because we comic book fans at the end of the day, right? Batman fan? Batman fan. Okay, cool, cool. Anybody remember when Bane pulled up on Batman? I do. I do. I want to say I was in Okinawa, Japan when Bane pulled up on Batman. Am I out? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Anyway, Bane pull up on Bruce. Now I'm gonna say something here, and I could be wrong. I could be making more of it than, but it's just an observation. When we talk about Bane breaking Batman's back, Bruce's back, we ain't really excited about that. We want Bruce to get his get back. You ever notice when folks talk about Eric beating T'Challa, there's almost like a glee? Like they low-key like that Eric beat T'Challa. I'm like, you would never root for the Joker. You're not sitting up there rooting for the Green Goblin. You're not. But, and you ain't sitting up here talking about, oh man, I can't wait till the Green Harry. Oh man, I can't wait till Norman Osborn becomes Spider-Man. You're not saying that. But y'all, boy, look, hey, so anyway. Somebody did a video last night and they made sure to tell you that T'Challa beat Eric. I'm gonna say that Eric beat T'Challa twice. They mentioned the times that T'Challa has ever beaten Eric. He's always had help. They mentioned, well, they didn't mention him because I don't think they knew the young man. They didn't mention the fact that Cantu, little bitty dude, was the one that knocked Eric off Warrior's Fall. They say some dude did it. It was a little boy. See, this is when I don't necessarily like you talking about stuff if you don't know what you're talking about. The little boy's name is Cantu. And that little boy shows up again as an adolescent who passes away from a drug overdose. Cantu is his name. And the reason why he knocked Eric's behind off of Eric Warrior's Fall was because Eric deleted his father needlessly. And the little boy, he was a little boy at the time. He saw it. You know, that's an integral part of the story. You just gonna talk. See, this is why the pastor say read it for yourself, because you'll have some folks talk around the story just to prove their point, but won't talk about the story. No, we're gonna talk about the story today. So right off the rip, Deontay Wilder got a lot in common with Eric Stevens, Eric Killmonger, if you will. 6'6", 225. Remember how I said Sam Wilson is 6'2", 250? Remember how I said that? Well, he's 6'6", 225. He's a basketball player. Michael Jordan. I know y'all like, damn, you ain't do that, did you? Yeah, Michael Jordan, go look it up. Now, see me, I'm going to deal with the real. I don't give two damns about misrepresentation. Let me say that right now. I don't give a damn about misrepresentation. Just because the writer effed up and how they represented the character, like for real, I don't think none of us sitting up here using John Ridley's run to quote anything factually about T'Challa, nor any of them damn characters. I think really we look at John Ridley's run and we say, that's trash. Any damn thing he wrote was trash. Okay, stay right here. Stay right here. I got two writers. I got Don McGregor and I got Christopher Priest. This part of the show is dedicated to Trey Michael. Christopher Priest is on record complaining about getting assigned to T'Challa. He didn't like the idea of having to write a comic book about the dude dressed up in a kitty cat suit. Costume, if you will. He's also on record stating he could write that book and T'Challa not even be in it. And he's done it on multiple occasions. He is. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting up here now and I'm going back over stuff, preparing for this video. Dude, I'm sitting up here like, damn, I forgot. He's already put a dude that don't look like us on the throne in Wakanda. This is his second time around. This ain't his first time. This the next time. What is it about that dude that's got him? Look, see, Trey. This why he don't like questions. Trey, this why he got offended. Because he knows at the end of the day, he can't run from him. You said you didn't know he was a part of Milestone. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. Ain't nobody looking at that dude glazing him like everybody their mama want to glaze him. He's not perfect. And he's went above and beyond to let it be known, even though his career is largely due to T'Challa, he don't give two damns about that character. I want you to think about this for a second, because there's something to be said about his preoccupation with this, because he's in the 60th anniversary issue, and who does he have in there with T'Challa? Magneto. He's dying to tell that story. What for? We don't have nothing saying that Eric and T'Challa got anything going on, but we finna get this story. Mind you, this is the dude who said he could write a Black Panther comic book without putting T'Challa in it. He's on the 60th anniversary issue, and just like every other writer attached to it, he does not have a current day story with T'Challa in it. And he's on the world to come. And what is he doing? Yeah, I'm just here asking questions. Anyway, because that plays into this, but that ain't that. Eric 6'6", 225. I am 5'8.5", 185, 190 on a good day. I like my chances against Michael Jordan. Me and Mike, because he's skinny. He lean. When I hit him, I'm hitting bone. T'Challa is 6 feet 225. I'm sorry. T'Challa is 6 feet 200. That's Ryan Clark. Coming down the pipe. That's Ryan Clark coming down the hill at Willis McGahee. Yeah, that's Ryan Clark. Shout out to Ryan Clark. I thought about it last and I said, who does T'Challa remind you of in football? The way he conduct himself on the field, off the field. Oh, it's Ryan Clark. Okay. 6 feet 200. That's a heavyweight. It is. Stocky, if you will. Yeah. Which one of them you want to see coming through the hole? You want the dude 6'6", 225 coming through the hole, or you want the dude coming through the hole 6 feet 200? I want to see 6'6", 225. I don't want 200. That ain't nothing but a bunch of muscle right there compacted on bone. That's all that is. Let me see here. That content creator does go by Blackbeard, right? That explains everything. Hey, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to the name. Ever since that movie, and this is coming from Nightella, ever since that movie, Killmonger's movie, people have been favoring Killmonger over T'Challa. Are we gonna give you the real today? Thanks, Ryan Coogler. Because of him, there's been so many lies. They're convenient lies too. Not to mention Priest consistently written characters in the comic calling T'Challa a cat man, a kitty cat. Bam. It gets worse. Christopher Priest most recently filed a copyright strike on Young Black. Yeah, I know. I was watching Trey Michael's video. And I told him, I said, I'm not surprised. That's what I said. Considering what we know is on record from Christopher Priest, him suing that brother, I'm not a bit surprised. That's sad though, because this, So this video, you a Black Panther fan, this for you. You could be an Eric Killmonger fan, this for you. If you the brother from last night with the afro and the glasses, Stop doing that. Do better. If you're going to do this, because we don't care about being right, we don't care about being wrong. We want to be accurate. So let's be accurate for a second. Because he said something about the whole, I don't necessarily know if he read Jungle Action when he was talking about how Eric beat T'Challa. I don't necessarily know if he read Jungle Action, but Eric was Bane before Bane was Bane. See, we want to say he beat T'Challa, but we don't want to see my brother Daryl would love this one. We don't want to talk about the gauntlet T'Challa had to go through before him and Eric got into it. He did have to go through a gauntlet. I know. You might not know, names might not sound familiar to you and everything like that. You're a younger brother, I'm gonna help you out. So T'Challa had to face Venom, Malice, Baron Macabre, King Cadaver, Lord Carnage, and Sombre. This before he got to Eric. This before Eric tosses him off a Warrior's Fall. Yeah, T'Challa had to go through a gauntlet. You know what's interesting about that? Bruce had to go through a gauntlet before he got the Bane. But nobody brags, tries to make light of what Bruce had to go through. But we want to, yeah, hey, T'Challa, oh, really? So you didn't want to mention the gauntlet? Or did we not want to read that entire run by Don McGregor? See, this is why I say read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. So we'll know. Because folks like to say Eric has been a Black Panther. Really? Well, if Eric has been a Black Panther, what has Shorty been? Because Bass rejected Shorty initially, right? She had the costume on, but she wasn't working with nothing. Well, anybody can put on a damn costume. Didn't Everett Ross have it on? See, we keep talking. Oh, hell, Everett Ross didn't been the Black Panther. Because if we want to tell the truth and shame the devil, wasn't neither one of those characters blessed by Bass. And to be the Black Panther, I could put on the damn costume. Casper Cole didn't put on that damn costume. Until you get blessed by Bass, you just walking around in a damn costume. Come on now. Come on now. He went to Avengers Mansion in the Black Panther costume. She-Hulk looked at him and said, no. So come on now. If we gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. But yeah, 6'6" to 25. Now let's look at this history, the gauntlet. Because ain't nobody gonna tell you T'Challa had to go through a gauntlet before he got to Eric. They just gonna say, oh no, Eric fought him. Eric threw him off Warrior Fall. But you would mention that gauntlet about Bane, though, wouldn't you? You ain't gonna just say Bruce got his back, bro. No, that ain't the story. No, we gonna tell everybody, be sure. We gonna make sure we tell everybody and their mama, Bane came to Gotham. Killmonger went to Wakanda. And Bane went to Arkham Asylum. Bane went into the, I'm gonna say Killmonger went into the woods. And Bane let out all of Batman's enemies. Well, hell, Eric created quite a few before he ran into T'Challa. Now let's get to this second altercation with T'Challa and Eric. Yeah. Eric won. So we're not going to mention the fact that Prey was over there doing damage. We Prey. You that big ass, giant ass damn Jaguar / cheetah, Eric's pet. We don't want to talk about the fact that the second battle, T'Challa got to fight him first. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead with this here. Like I said, Killmonger is 6'6", 225. We need to know his history, right? We got Don McGregor history. Then, if I'm not mistaken, we got some more history, a retcon, if you will, from Brian Hill Illuminati. Right. Okay. All right. So Eric would spend his early years stealing and building devices for his former capture. That's how he spent his early years. Pay attention to the verbiage. Stealing and building for his captor, Dimway. He would spend his teenage years in Harlem. Pay attention to the words. He would graduate with a PhD in engineering and neuroscience. Goes a long way. He created the synthetic heart-shaped herb. Not shooting. He would also receive an MBA from MIT. Eric smart as a whip. You see anything in here about fighting? Did you hear me say anything about him fighting? You know he can steal. You know he can build. You know he's smart as a whip. He in college at this point in time. Did you hear me say anything? And it ain't like I'm choosing not to say it. It's not there. It's not there. What's the name of this video? Without the herb? Okay, cool. Planning to delete Claw is when he would be brought in by Kingpin's assassins. So he don't meet Kingpin's assassins, the ones that, he a grown man. He is a grown man that knows how to steal and build with the best of them. But delete, oh no, he's not there yet. This is also where he would learn his craft. This is when he learned how to delete folks. All of this would take place. What I just said, all of this would take place prior to him showing up in Wakanda the first time. Yeah, we don't get that over there in Jungle Action. But everything I just told you took place before he shows up in Jungle Action. Retcon. Retcon. That's Eric. Did you see me say anything about fighting? Did you hear? Did you hear me say anything about fighting? No, I didn't say nothing about fighting. I'm gonna keep up these notes. Let me see. We got the Kamoyo King, president of the Black Panther fan group in here. What's going on, Kamoyo? It's not enough just to wear the suit. You must be blessed by Bass, but Bass don't bless no one that's not of the bloodline. So yeah, absolutely. So let's do this right here, because like I said, I don't think anybody heard me say anything about fighting. Yeah, right. He ain't know nothing about fighting till he a grown man and Kingpin's assassins pull up on him. I didn't write this. Now, what I can tell you is I read the comics, but I didn't write this. And where did I get it from? Marvel Wiki. Now, mind you, I'm already familiar with it because I've read the comics. Marvel Wiki's just confirming it. Let's go. What does it say about T'Challa? Let's go. I want to make sure I quote, because I know what I wrote, and I don't want to read you what I wrote. No, I'm going to read you what's in the Marvel Wiki. T'Challa has been groomed to be a warrior since birth. That's my hand. That's me right there. That's me right there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. T'Challa began his lessons in royal duty at the age of 5. I didn't write that. Think about that for a second, though. Because what are his duties? Stay right there. What are his duties? And he started at 5. Now, mind you, folks have sat up here and did verses before and everything like that. And I just need us to understand, he was taught how to do. They've been teaching him how to delete people. Hunter is his older brother, and he's 12 years older than him. So when T'Challa was 5, Hunter was 17. And Hunter been putting hands on T'Challa ever since he could. Yeah. That's the big brother for real. And T'Challa been taught by the Doras. What we think the Doras was teaching him? Potty training? So your older brother is running the Hatu Zaraze. Your babysitters are the Dora Milaje. That's your babysitters. Since 5. Okay, I'm gonna go back to read because I don't know if y'all feeling that right there. I'm gonna go back to reading what Wikipedia, what Marvel Wiki says. He is a master in practically all forms of armed and unarmed combat, having mastered various styles of martial arts from around the world. He is considered to be one of the best martial artists to have ever walked the earth. He has stalemated and at times even gained the upper hand against various highly skilled martial. My bad, my bad. I don't know what it is. Big Ruben, what's going on? What's going on? Anyway, like I said, I don't know why Captain America is listening here, but he is. Daredevil, Iron Fist, and many other dangerous opponents in hand-to-hand combat. He was able to overpower Wolverine twice without much difficulty, even when Wolverine was using his claws. Captain America himself said that when he won against T'Challa, T'Challa was not his usual self, seeming weaker than he actually was. He was shown to be skilled enough to defeat the skilled combatant Karnak the Shatterer with a single blow to the head. T'Challa is a rigorously trained gymnast and acrobat. He is particularly accomplished in gymnastics, acrobatics, and brachiation, swinging from one branch to another using one's arms. Killmonger. I'm gonna be fair, but you see how I read all that? This is what it says about Eric, and it's actually in the comics like this. Master martial artist. Killmonger is a skilled combatant. He is sufficiently skilled enough to best the Black Panther in physical combat. You know the only thing we got to say that Eric know how to throw hands in them fights with T'Challa? That's it. That's the only thing we got to say Eric know how to throw hands are those fights with T'Challa. But think for a second. T'Challa been trained since 5. I just read to you that Eric had been stealing and building since 5. Eric ain't learned how to delete nobody until he was a grown-ass man. 6'6", 225. You angry. He angry, but he's 6'6", 225. He ain't been taught. He ain't been trained how to do none of that. Eric's physical profile does not read of him being a gymnast, nothing. What it does read is him being lanky as hell. That's Michael Jordan. Now, that's not recent. That's old news. 6'6", 225. That's always been either Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. It's not LeBron James. But we've seen T'Challa quite a few times, whether we talking on Saturdays or whether we talking on Sundays. And you seen T'Challa come down here and lay folks slap out. When me and Daryl said, where would we put T'Challa at? Safety. Safety. Either at free or at strong. You better hope we put him at free. You better hope and pray we put him at free. If we put him at strong, don't run the football because he don't care. He don't. That's the whole thing about Ryan Clark. He did not care. Well, when it comes to protecting Wakanda, T'Challa don't care, and he been trained not to care since he was 5. So, who gonna win if ain't nobody got the heart-shaped herb? You mean to tell me I'm literally trying to figure out who gonna win between a dude who has literally been trained how to get you ghost since he was 5 by somebody who just been taught as an adult? Well, hell, how does this play out in real life? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask the question. Who you got your money on in real life? The dude that's been trained since 5, or I get it, 6 inches shorter. I get it. I understand. They've been trained. How tall was Jet Li? How tall was Bruce Lee? I just, who you got? Jackie Chan? What my dude name? Chris, that was in Rush Hour, Chris Tucker. Who you got? Because I know Chris got the height advantage. He probably got the weight advantage, but I don't think nobody want to see all that. No, Big Ruben say he been listening the whole time. What's going on, Grandma? Yeah, I don't think you want that smoke. Because T'Challa don't look like when somebody did a versus T'Challa versus Nightwing. T'Challa ain't about you going to the hospital. Like, I just need folks to, when somebody has, they don't train warriors to put you in the hospital. They don't train warriors to do that. They don't train no, warriors are trained to get you ghost. That's what that is. And he started at 5. We can say Eric started when he was 20, 21, if you want to. That's a 16-year age gap. That's 16 years worth of fighting experience that cannot be duplicated. It cannot. Because we just saw Jake Paul, right? It's just trying. Right. You just saw Jake. Jake ain't, no, you not, no. So long story short, because I was literally supposed to make this a short video and everything like that. I don't think a short video would do it justice, because there are certain nuances here that folks that don't care or just trying to get paid or just trying, that they're not going to care to put it out there. They're not, no, 6'6", 225 that just learned how to fight. He was in Harlem. They not even saying he was doing what Sam was doing in Harlem. Sam was getting into it in Harlem. Eric was going to school. That's crazy. Now, let's ask this question, because I think this is better. Who you got? You got Eric 6'6", 225, or you got Sam 6'2", 250? You need to know these characters. Just cause somebody writing them don't mean the writer gives two damns about the character. They could write some BS. John Ridley is a perfect example. I'm gonna keep saying that. And I don't think any Spider-Man fan was happy with none of that stuff that was going on over there with Spider-Man. When you know these characters and the writer goes above and beyond to do trash that ain't got nothing to do with the character, as a fan, you can call them out on it. But there are gonna be some that just want to go along with it. That's why the pastor said, read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. Honestly, if I show you Eric Killmonger and Sam Wilson, you come on, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. What's the wide receiver? Play for the Philadelphia Eagles. You're not picking him in a fight. AJ Brown, he could win, but you're not looking at him and Ray Lewis and putting money down. A prime Ray Lewis versus a prime, you're not doing that. 6'2", 250. Oh, you're not doing that. Let me see here. Just keeping up with the notes and everything like that. So read it for yourself. And if anybody don't know right now, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button if you ain't done so. If you still here, hit that like button. But it's T'Challa. Now, mind you, in the comics, it should have been written that way. But I'm of the mindset, when we think about, we sit back now and we look at how T'Challa's been portrayed, we don't want to write him like that. Eric come in from America. I don't know why, and this goes back to Don McGregor's run. Inexplicably, he can go back and forth with T'Challa. And this is before Brian Hill come do his thing. It didn't make sense in Don McGregor's run. It didn't make sense in Christopher Priest's run. It don't. And you got him drawn up, yoked up, and everything like that. Well, I can't necessarily. I like some of Christopher Priest's work with T'Challa, but I ain't necessarily telling you I'm looking at everything he wrote and say that's the end all say all when I know how he felt about the character. The character did more for him. I'm of the mindset than he did for the character because we got other writers putting shine on the character. He wanted to, and I'm sorry, I don't like this. Felt like for folks to like the character, he got to put somebody else in there that looked like them for them to like the character. No, how about you just write a compelling story? Ain't none of them stories need Everett Ross in them. Didn't. We didn't need to see Everett Ross in Black Panther. We did. And the only reason why Everett Ross is in Black Panther, because Christopher Priest created him. That's it. That's it. You got the dude sitting on the throne, got his son sitting on the throne. You writing this dude's comic book, with his name on it, and you don't even have enough respect for the character to make sure he's in each and every story, outshining every other character. That's crazy. That's like not knowing what you got right there in front of you, not appreciating what you truly have. Remember a week in T'Challa from fighting the gauntlet? Yeah, that's what I told him, Kamoyo, right before you got on. He ran the gauntlet. But nobody mentions he ran the gauntlet over there in Jungle Action. Nobody wants to mention that. Here we go. Here's the compelling story between Eric and T'Challa. If you read the stories, Vice, just going off of what somebody said, Eric's hatred towards T'Challa is misplaced. He's never spent the block canonically on either Claw or Kingpin, and they both tried to delete him. Now, I can tell you why T'Challa then lost to Eric if you want to. But see, you got to be able to read the nuances of storytelling. I don't believe T'Challa ever wanted to fight Eric. It certainly comes across that way if you look at the Black Panther movie, because what does T'Challa say? If I didn't know who you are, I'd do you myself. But T'Challa didn't have no issues with Eric. Eric had the issues, but those issues should have never been written in them. This is me saying as a writer, as a reader, Don McGregor didn't do enough job explaining why Eric was mad at him for that to be what Eric did. Because Eric literally sent his own personal army after T'Challa. You got to do a better job of explaining it. That don't make no damn sense. Then when you look later on, when Christopher Priest is writing it, you like to think we know him better at this particular point in time. We still not spinning the block on Claw. As a matter of fact, I don't know why Christopher Priest has never written a story where Eric is going after Claw. Nor Kingpin. You would like to think that, hell, we should have got that in the 60th anniversary if Christopher Priest is going to be attached to it, but that's not what we're getting. So there's no way, realistically or fictional, without a heart-shaped herb, Eric is ever beating T'Challa. He ain't on his level. He never has been. They ain't ever been able to explain it. You got Bash trying to tell Eric to calm down. You got T'Challa trying to befriend him. Well, can I ask this question right here? Anybody ever got into a fight with a friend? No, for real. Has anybody ever gotten into a fight with somebody they call friend? If you have, you know how difficult that fight is. Because if you got some animosity, it don't last long. Because at some point you say, that's my friend. You don't want to fight no more. Could cause you to lose. Hopefully it would result in the situation being de-escalated. But if you've ever gotten it, crazy, because I'm thinking quite a few of us ain't got no friends. If you've ever gotten into a fight with your friend, that's not a fight. Don't nobody even want to see that. Y'all sitting up there dancing around each other. There you go. My elder, Mr. Smith, is in the building, late to the party. I noticed you were talking about the yeah, you know, I had to. Did you mention Iron Man King Size Annual where T'Challa defeats Killmonger? I was. But he did. He did. No, I did. I did not. I did not. But he did. Damn sure beat him. Now, some folks, here's what some folks gonna tell you now. But if you're gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. They're going to say that wasn't the real Eric. You know what? I get that. But if you can tell folks that wasn't the real Eric, you can tell folks about that gauntlet too. See what I just did? If you can mention that Baron Mackerby raised Eric off the resurrection altar, if you're going to mention that and use that as justification for why Eric is better than T'Challa, make sure you mention every damn thing I just mentioned about T'Challa. Don't pick at it. And that's the problem that I'm seeing. And that's why I say, read it for yourself. Because everybody not going to tell you everything. They're not even going to break it down. They just going to tell you what the lick read. Okay, well, no. This is definitely a rewatch for me. Appreciate that, Big Rude. Appreciate that. So, no, Eric ain't beating T'Challa without the heart-shaped herb. He going to get folded. Mike Tyson versus Michael Jordan. How tall was Mike? 5'11". Mike Tyson versus Kobe Bryant. How tall was Mike? How tall was Kobe? How long had Mike been fighting? Right. That's without the heart-shaped herb. With the heart-shaped herb, okay, well, I like that too. Let's take a look at this thing with the heart-shaped herb. T'Challa got it. Eric don't. You telling me Eric got the synthetic one? Okay, cool. I like that. Gonna get his ass whooped. Or say, no. See, y'all got us twisted. You expect me to believe, based on the writing, the MCU writing, that the dude who went to the Naval Academy became a mercenary. He's as diverse in weaponry, like bows, knives. He good with the automatic. He good with the pew-pew. Like, that's what that is. Explosives, that's what they teaching you. I'm a veteran. Ain't nobody teaching us to do what they teaching T'Challa to do in Wakanda. Oh, no. That wasn't written right. Eric ain't as proficient in hand-to-hand weaponry as anybody that's been doing it since the age of 5. Shorty would have murked him. But they got him, he nice with it. How long you been training with it, Eric? You went to the Naval Academy? Right. Mercenary? Yeah. How long you been you ain't been living long enough to be proficient in this based on your own bio. That's how knowledgeable comic book fans gonna break it down. This ain't got nothing to do with who I like. I like both of them. In my reality, Eric and T'Challa ain't beefing. They more like brothers than anything else. Why? Because that feud never made sense. It still don't make sense. I don't know why we keep pushing that out there like that. I don't know. But we got that crabs in the barrel mentality. Eric and T'Challa be best friends? Oh no, they gotta be mortal enemies. Really? When the person they both should be mad at is Claw. Claw should have 4 people looking for him, and they all from Wakanda. T'Challa should be looking for him. Shorty should be looking for him. Hunter should be looking for him. And Eric should be looking for him. Matter of fact, when it comes to Eric, if Eric want to be mad at T'Challa, I don't agree with that. T'Challa need to be way down on the priority list. The first person need to be Claw. The second person needs to be Kingpin. And if that ain't what we're doing, then the writing ain't gonna ever make sense. And if that ain't what we're doing, folks that's stoked up, excited about Eric Killmonger, and you really do like it, that's cool. I said this was a safe space. But you ain't saying nothing about the way that character then got treated and how he ain't spent the block on folks that done him dirty. You just want to see brothers fight each other. That's crazy. Let me keep up. We say, beloved. Also, we are as we get ready to go into the new year. I want to say this for those that are still here and everything. Yes, we do have What a Week It Was Wednesday coming up today. Make sure you're there. We're doing things different going into 2025. Y'all, this is a Black Panther channel, and I've been doing what I can. Myself, and brother D-Real, Kamoyo, bring what we can in regards to Black Panther content. I will admit that I feel like I have been lacking because we want to get as much merch out. We want to grow the Black Panther fandom as big as possible. Shout out to Big Chad. Shout out to Kamoyo. Made sure I got some stuff in here and everything to get out. So starting tomorrow, not tonight, but going forward, we'll have the super chats on. We're going to get stuff. You've been seeing these socks hanging out over here and everything like that. Big Chad sent these socks to me. These socks don't belong to me. These socks belong to the Rock Wit Me Nation, as do the posters that Kamoyo King has created. They don't belong to me. They belong to the Rock Wit Me Nation. We got some other stuff over here that Big Chad has sent in some comic books and everything like that. Comic books that we're going to get out to the Black Panther fan base that ain't got nothing to do with me. I got what I got, but we've been sent stuff to get stuff out to people and everything like that. So starting in 2026, we're going to get that out there. Also, make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're taking notes. Me and the wife sit down, chopped it up and everything like that. We're going to start getting some merch out to the Rock Wit Me Nation. Yes, we're going to get some merch. We're going to have our Kamoyo, thinking about you when I was doing this. We're going to have our white shirt with purple writing on it. It's going to have war right here, Black Panther font. It's going to have dog, D-O-G, big letters on the back, war dog. For our women, we're going to have red shirts with silver lettering in the Black Panther font. Yes, we are. It's going to say adored right here. One's on the adored one on the back. Yeah, we're gonna have the war dog and the adored one. Then we're gonna have our Black King and our Black Queen t-shirts for the men and the women. Yeah. We doing all that. We doing all that. So make sure, and it's gonna be right here on YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna put the pictures up. This is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna put the pictures up. We're gonna put the prices up and everything like that. You let us know. Now, some folks gonna win them. Some folks gonna win them. Some folks gonna wind up purchasing. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have the shirts out there for t-shirts out there to build a community and everything like that. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. This is how we pay bills. We are dedicated to growing the Black Panther fan base, the Black Panther lore. That's our job. That's our mission. We want to make sure you got what you got. Mine is the big goal. Okay. So yeah, we want to make sure you got what you got. That way you ain't got to wait till 2008, 2028. You get all your Black Panther information. Make sure you got your notifications on. We are about up out of here. We do have to bring to you New Avengers, issue 8. You know why? It's Wakanda Wednesday. It's got T'Challa in it. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all got your notifications on. We cut this a busy day. This gonna be a busy day. And if you're a Black Panther fan, you fixing to be excited today. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, listen, I'm out. Read it for yourself. That's what the pastor say. I'm in agreement with the pastor. In essence, you ain't got to take my word for it. I would prefer if you didn't. Go read it for yourself. The reason why I say that is because if I said it and you go read it and what I said is right there, that'll give you a little bit more confidence that I know what I'm talking about. If what I said ain't there, at the very least, you can come back and say, hey, Theo, that was wrong. That way we both grow together. See that? So, in the meantime, in between time, till next time, and remember the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and soul. And hey, be safe. I want to see you tomorrow. I mean that. Don't let a day of celebration cause you to ruin the rest of your life. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.